Hi, and a good Father's Day for everybody. Today's Sunday, Father's Day here in Finland, and it's video number 19 and day number 21 of the challenge. This is the last day of the mode part of everything. So today we are at the last mode of Melodic Minor, and after that we've covered the modes of major scale, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. And the last mode of melodic minor is known as the altered scale. It's very, very interesting tonality, a great sound, and even though the chord that it's outlines when you start doing a chord out of it usually gives you a minor 7 flat 5 in B in this case, or like a minor like a diminished triad. A lot of times it's used in dominant situations whenever you want to create as much tension on the dominant chord as possible. That's a great place to use the altered scale, and especially when it's dominant 7th altered chord, which means that you can have any combination of flat or sharp altered 9s or 5s. Let's say in B you can have like a sharp 5, sharp 9, or sharp 5 flat 9 chord, and then you can kick in your altered scale on top of that. I usually tend to think about the altered scale through the melodic minor. So if we are in B altered, I tend to think C melodic minor, and that's exactly what the fingering kind of gives us as well if we start on the first string. But it is a very, very useful sound, and I strongly recommend that you give it a try. By the way, the setting here today is a bit weird. There's a bed over here. I'm kind of sitting tight, It's because I have to admit that I haven't done the challenge today on this scale, so I'm out here in the cold playing soon, and we've had Father's Day activities all day, and everybody's asleep at the moment. I'm here in the bedroom trying to create this video. The lights went out in the normal workroom, the mess room, but so here I am. But let's see the fingering first for this scale and see what happens with it. So we start at B and we go up on the B altered. And here at the top, it's like we are at C, so we basically come down to C melodic minor. And we just stop at the B. Okay, and as I promised to you guys, there's going to be a couple of neat tricks that you can use. Let's just play the challenge first at 85 BPM, and I'll give you a couple of hints on the usage of the melodic minor after that. So 85. So we continue from here, and I mentioned earlier that with melodic minor you can basically use whatever line that you have on whatever chord from the scale that happens. I'll give you an example in so we're in B altered, so we go to E minor, if we're using the altered on the dominant. So I'm gonna do like a 2-5 chord progression. The first chord would be like a F sharp minor 11, and the second chord would be the B7 sharp 9, and the last chord would be E minor. We can do a chord like that there, like an 11. There's a 9. There's an 11 there. A 7th. So we can do. All right. It's a very wide E minor chord there. So anyway, we're actually let's not use that E minor. Let's give it a bit of a twist. We need something to use melodic minor on top, so we need to have that. That was not a good chord. Let's rethink. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that would be good, maybe. But it has to have the melodic minor sound there. So anyway, but you have to remember, you can also superimpose the melodic minor on like minor 7th chord. It's gonna sound good anyway. It's a bit of an out sound, but it's a great sound. But nevertheless, we go to F sharp first. So don't start thinking about do re modes here, because we don't have a 9 on that chord. So we interpret this chord as the Locrian sharp 2. It's going to sit there beautifully. I'm just going to demonstrate. Locrian sharp 2 means A minor, so we go to A melodic minor with this one. Sounds really, really nice. Then on top of the B7 flat 9, B7 sharp 9, I'm just going to kick in the B altered. Sounds great. And then on top of the E minor, we're going to do the E melodic minor. Okay, so there are the scales, but we need to have a line. We need to have some sort of a lick that we can use. We can think 8 notes. Each one of the chords could last a bar, and then we think 8 notes. So one of my pet lines that I like to use for melodic minor goes like this. And we have there, if we are in A, this is in A melodic minor, so it's, as you can hear, it fits great. We have a 6, a 7, 6, and a 5, and then a 9, a minor 3rd, and a 9, and a root. So what we can do here is that we can move this one around. We can raise it by a 3rd after play it on E, and then on this one we go to C melodic minor, and then for this one we go to E melodic minor, which is a major 3rd. So with the same lick, we've created an ascending line, which sounds pretty nice. It doesn't have the 2/5 resolution thing going on, but not every line needs to have it. So we go. A great, nice flow. Okay, that's a good example, and it works on rhythm guitar as well. Let's say that you have A melodic minor and you want to use the chord like an A minor 6, and then you want to go to a B like this. It's like, oh, let's say we have an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and then same upper structure, just a minor 3rd above, and then we go to E. Or if we want to take the basic F sharp, nicely, and then a major third. So you can use that on your rhythm playing as well. You can move the same pattern, same fingering around to make an effect. Okay, but hey, that's a good example of that. So utilize that, use it to your advantage. You come up with a good line and then just throw it around. Okay, we go back to challenge now. It's up 100 BPM. As you see on there, on the second string where we have two whole notes, I'm not using the ring finger, even though it could be used, but I'm just doing it. Index finger, middle finger, pinky. Okay, let's climb up to 115 and see what happens. As I said, I haven't played the challenge today, so I might crash and burn here on my last day of the most, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, one more time starting on the 6th string. That was bad. Okay, here we see the fact that one of the benefits of playing through the challenge on every tempo gives you a very, very solid feeling for the fingering, and you basically learn it really nicely, and that's very obvious here that since I haven't played, I was struggling with the fingering. So what do we learn from here? Anyway, it's been a great journey to go through the modes with you guys. I have 3 to 4 days, depending on Thursday's schedule, left on the challenge. So we might do something cool tomorrow. We're gonna be trying, some top speeds and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be going scientific now. Maybe learn, finding out the easiest of these fingerings, of the 21 fingerings, and see what happens with the speed, and also some thoughts on the benefits of this project. So happy remaining Father's Day for everybody. I'm off to take a nice whiskey and watch some Netflix, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.